and then according to the instructions you can play. So you're in this game, you have to basically just tap and your curtain flat inside that got sound pipes. So I got out. Okay, so that's the main intention of showing you this is you can make such games on this website. Okay, it's for beginners, by the way. Then let's for now let's create our own game. So you have to go here on create, you have to click on create, and it will redirect you to this main window of Scratch. Here this is our main window where we create our game. So like we create the animations and everything. So here's a short tutorial.
With Scratch, you can make your own stories, games, and animations. Let's start by grabbing a move block. We can click the block to run it. There are many other blocks to choose from. Check out the different categories. Let's go to the sound category and grab a play sound until done block. I'll snap this onto our move block. When do we want these code blocks to run? Add an event block on top to start the code. I'll add the when green flag clicked block. You can easily reorder or delete these blocks at any time. Add as many characters as you want to your project and code each one. Check out the tutorials page for ideas and inspiration.
Okay, so that was just the basic intro. So I'll give you one short example to understand how the Scratch works. So there are basically three windows. Okay, so this is the first one wherein you have various functions, various such blocks to code for your characters. Okay, so here are on this window you can see my cursor. Here are the characters that you will be using in your game. Then here is the costume one wherein you can create your own characters, like maybe a small bird, maybe circle. Then you can create a small bird such as this. Also you can choose from predefined costumes. Maybe now we'll be taking rocks, right? So here are the rocks. You can take the rockets. So there are various predefined options also given over here, balloons, basketball, and all. Then we have our sounds. Okay, so here we have various predefined sounds as well. I'll show you one of a maybe dog barking. Can you hear it? Guys, can you hear what I'm playing? Okay, so can anyone confirm if it's audible?
Yes, it's audible.
Yes, you're audible.
Okay, so now let's code for this cat. So you can make this cat, but first, to make this cat move, you have to go in control, go in events, and select when flag click. So this flag is like your start button. When you click, it has to perform everything that has been done, that has been coded for this cat. Okay, so now let us make this cat move. Okay, so when I click this, okay, when I click this green button, the cat will have to move by 10 steps. Okay, it will like move by 10 units. Let's make it more visible. 25. So you can see, right, our cat has moved from here to here. Then let's say we have to make our cat say hello when we move. So you can see there, this appears a small box where with hello as the message. Now we know, right, the cat's meow. So we can also add that sound to it. So let's move this block. The cat now will say hello, then it will hello in its own voice, that is meow meow. Okay, so let's do that. Yes. Next we have, now let's make our cat repeat these sentences by maybe five, like maybe five, no, maybe three times to, like three times it will make sounds of meow. Okay. You must have heard it like a very in a fast tone, right? So like let's, like it's repeating three times, but the speed is very fast. Okay, so like to make some gaps, like to hear the three meows clearly, you'll have to add some waiting time, right? So here we have in controls, wait for few seconds. So let's make it wait for 2 seconds. Okay. Now okay, here carefully, like you will hear the meow three times. Yes. So that's how you use these blocks. Then now I want to make my meow, want to make my cat bark. I know, like cats don't bark, but I have to make that cat bark. Okay, so what will I do? I'll go in sounds, and I'll go in sounds, and here I say here there's an option choose a sound, right? So I'll click on it, then and then I'll just click on it. So you can see that bark sound has been added in this on this left side. Okay, so we'll go back to our code, and here it says start sound meow. So I'll just change it to start sound and bark. So whatever the sounds that you add over here, they will be shown in this drop down list. Okay, so now you can see what sounds my cat make. So here is our barking cat. That's the here is the only place where you can make your cat's bark. Okay, nowhere else. So here's a basic intro. I hope like the for those that Scratch is new, so you have got it. Like you are clear with the basics, like how Scratch work, and how you'll use these blocks. I hope you're clear, right?
Yes.
Okay, then we'll move ahead. So what the game that we'll be making today is this one. Okay, let's start. So let me explain you. We'll have one rocket, few rocks, and few bullets, or maybe laser, and we will be bursting these rocks. To fire these bullets, you have to press the keep space button, and you have to use the up and down arrow. You and when you collide with the rocks, your game is over. So that's the simplest game that that you can make as a beginner on Scratch. Okay, so let me create a new file. And let me tell you, to save your project, you have to like log in with your details. I'll name my project over here. I'm going to name it Rocks and Rockets. Okay. So now I don't need a cat in my game, right? So I'll just delete it. Um, what I need in my game are rocks. So let me search them, click them, add them. I need rockets. So rocket ship. Then I'll need lasers. For laser, we'll use button, okay? So that pretty look close to the small laser types. Then we'll need, what do we need? Yeah, that's I guess. Yeah, we'll need last page when we end our game. We need a game over. Like it, we have to show on our screen, right? That game is over now. So I'll just select this text and click here and type game over. Okay. And I want it to show in the middle. To change its color, I'll just click over here. Okay. That's it. Then I don't want it to show as of now. So here you can see show button. So you can click here and you see that this is the window where you see various characters used in your games. And if you when you click over here, it will hide from it. It is there, but it will just hide. Okay. So I for now I just need my rocket to be shown over here. I'll reduce to reduce this rocket. It's too big, right? So to just reduce its size, I'll click over here. I'll type 30. It's too small. Let's make it 50. Yep. So if you have seen in the game, what does a rocket do? It moves in up and down position, right? And its position is horizontal. To make it horizontal, will make its direction this way, that is 180 degrees. Okay, so you can here just move the arrow, and here is my horizontal rocket. Yeah, then you can see that our rocket moved up and down, right? So let's code for it. When I click the flag, when I click the flag, it has to move, right? Same goes with rocks. When I click the flag, it has to move. Same goes with the button, and same goes with the this is the one which we need. This block is the one which we need in our every element, every character. That maybe it be rocks, button, or every sprite that we use. We have to use this specific block, that is when flag click, because it is the starting point. Okay. Okay. Then let's code for our rocket ship. So first thing is, when we click on this button, uh, there should be one small window, like one small button showing what our initial score is. So for that, we'll look for set my score. That's in variable. Set my variable. Now I don't have such variable called score, right? So I'll make one. Make my variables. Uh, if you don't know what a variable is something that's whose values changes, right? So when we blast the rocks, our score increases. So we'll create that variable score, and we'll create one variable by speed. We have to give our buttons speed, right? Our rocks also speed. Rocks are moving, so we have to give it speed. But I don't want the speed to be shown on the screen, so I'll just click here to hide the speed from my screen. Okay, so let's move on to coding for our rocket. So initially set my score to 0. Start should be from 0. Then I want my rocket to be size 55. So when you click here, so it there's no need to use anything else. Then when I start, I have to move, right? Go to X. So it has to move this way, right? So I have to use this function. So I'll just give some numbers from -178 to 5. Okay. Then I have to repeat my procedure of moving until. So I'll use repeat until. And when my rocket touches the rocks, it has to like stop the game. Okay. So touching rocks will have to look for sensing. So that here we have in sensing various motions used in our game. So touching. So repeat the procedure until your rocket touches the rocks. Let me rename my button with laser. Yeah. So when it touches the rocks, it has to execute, like it has to do certain things. So I'll use if. So if condition. Now when I click my up arrow, it will move up, right? So let me use that. I hope those for those possible you are executing, like you're making this with me. I hope. Then sensing will go. Hmm. When we click on our up arrow key pressed, then it has to change our y by 10 units, and I'll just duplicate it again. When we click on down arrow, it has to move down by -10, that is below 10 units. Okay, so here's the basic code for our rocket. Let's see. So you may not be able to see me pressing the up and down keys, but I am. So when I press these keys, it is moving by up and down. You can see, I guess. And here is to stop the execution. So that's pretty much for our rocket ship. Then let's move on to rocks. Now for our rocks, I'll again set some size, maybe 50. Yes. So you can see this is the size of our rocks, and if I lower them it will become smaller, but I'll keep it 50 as well. You can see the change in its size. Then now what we'll do, here it is just one rock. Okay, so we have to create many such rocks, right? So until so let's see, will on a screen it has to show maybe 5 rocks. So we will repeat, we will use repeat block, repeat 5 times. And what it has to do is make copies of itself. So to create them we use create clone of myself, that is create clone of rocks. Since we are coding for rocks, it shows create clone of myself. So what it will do, let us see. And oh right, and we it will create, but it won't show because we haven't used we have to like use show button when it is clicked, because initially it will be hidden. Okay, and then and then once it has been shown, when it passes it has to hide it. uh, then now we have to make these rocks move, right? So when it has made 5 clones of itself, uh, when it has made clones of itself, it has to do like it has to move from here to here. Okay, so let us code for it. So you have to use go to statement. Go to, so I'll put some x as horizontal direction. Okay, so you have to put values as to, for you can take from like around 230 to 40 as per the screen. And then I wanted to pick some random number from -150 to +1. Then I have to give it some speed. Okay, so I'll use my set option. Okay, set its speed to, now I'll not specify like every time. I don't want it to have same rocks to have same speed. Sometimes I want them fast, or sometimes I want them slow. So I'll use here pick random number. A computer itself will pick some random number, maybe from -2 to -6. I'm using these numbers in minus because then it will be visible. If you use them in positives, it will be very fast and you won't be able to see your rocks. Then it has to like continue the procedure, right? So repeat repeat the procedure of creating and moving till it till it collides with the rockets. So let's see, we'll use repeat until it touches rocket ships, right? Then and when it touches the rocket ship, it has to change its change its speed. Okay. Change, let us find change x. Change x, yes. Repeat until change x and my variable by speed. So I have to now like code, right? When it touches the rocket ship, it has to like stop. Yes, it has to stop, or maybe when laser hits it, it has to like vanish. Rocks have to vanish when the laser touches them. So let's go for it. If my x position is just a second. Yes, if my is I have to use less than, and yeah, if my x position is like less than minus maybe 220, then it has to it has to go to maybe, yes, let it be, we'll keep it 240 only. And again, it I wanted to pick a random number from minus 150. Okay, and then again I want, there are two conditions, right? When first is when rocks collides with rocket ship, and second condition is with when it collides with laser. So again, if it is like touching my laser, so sensing, touching, if it touches my laser, then it has to change the score, change the score by 100. So when you blast the rocks, when your rocks collide with the laser, not rocket ship, laser, your score increases by 100 points. You can change that points to 10 or 50 or any number you want. Are you guys implementing, or like just watching, or you are implementing with me? Are you guys implementing, or okay? Let's move on. I guess you must be implementing, just shy to tell me, maybe. So now if it is touching my laser, it has to change score by 100, and then it has to start again. So again, let's go to motion, go to 240, and again pick random. You can see we have coded for this rock moving from here to here, right? Let's hide for this sometime. Okay, so pick a random from minus 150 to 150, and when it touches the laser, it has to, I want it to play this sound, okay, by called magic spell. This is the sound that we heard when lasers collide with rocks, right? So I want to use this sound in my game. So play sound, play. I'll use start because I don't want it to keep on repeating only when it touches. So start sound magic spell. Okay. So here it is. And then we have something remaining. When I start as a clone, go to X, then set speed. Yes, set its speed. Then touch. When it touches the rocket ship, we have to change its speed. And then position. Then go to X, pick random. Touching laser. If it touches the laser, we have to increase score by 100. Then go to 240 again, and then start the magic spell. Okay, good. Yep. That's our code for rocks. Let's see what it does. So we can see various rocks here. Let's clear the anomaly of this rock later on. Let's see. We'll then move on to laser. So when my game starts, I want my laser to set, like, I'll give some size to it again. I'll make it maybe 10. Let me see. That's small. Let's make it 15. Uh, and I want it to hide in the start. I don't want it to show on my screen in the start only. And then I again wanted to make like it is just one bullet, right? So I wanted to make clones of itself. So when, but when that is when the space key is pressed, right? When I press my space key, it has to create clones of itself. So create clones of myself. And then when it starts as a clone, I want it to move. So it will move from left to right direction. Okay. So go to maybe left side, that is minus 160 to Y position. Okay. And show, I want it to show. And I want it to repeat the procedure of sensing, that is touching the edge, and I want it to move by 10 steps. And once it is done, it will delete this clone. By position of rocket ship sensing. So I wanted to use Y position. Of rocket ship, and then delete this clone. Okay. So here we are with our. So we made when flag is clicked, so we made it shown. Then when the space key will be pressed, it will create clones of itself. And then when I start as a clone, it will, yes, Y position. It will move from X direction to like rocket ship. It will move in horizontal direction, and then repeat. It has to repeat until it touches the edges. Okay, so now last part, that is our game over part. So for now game over, we have to, like, when this flag is clicked and once we uh now we have to, when it we have to give the message when the rocks touches control. Let me give it some message. Yes, when, so basically our game ends when the rocks collides with rocket ship, right? So when it collides with rocket ship, I want it to give some message. Give message game over. I'll create that message, and once receive I receive that message of game over, it has to stop doing. So let me go to um same, that is events. When I receive the message game over, it has to stop everything. So stop. I'll make it other scripts in this, and I want it to hide. So I also don't want this to be shown in the start itself, so I'll use hide. And then I'll duplicate it and use it in rocket ship. Okay, so let's do it again. See over. When I receive game over, it has to stop other scripts in this, and it has to and it has to hide. Same goes with this. I'll move it a bit. When I receive game over, it has to again stop, and I want it to hide. And here we have in laser, then same with the rocket ship, and same with the rocks. So now when I receive this message of when I receive game over, it has to show this sprite has to show, like game over sprite has to show, and we name that as well. It has to show and it has to play sound. Play sound. I want to add this sound to it. The sound that is played when you lose games, right? This one. So I'll add that. Lose. But it shouldn't be when I start, right? It should be like when I receive game over. So I have to use it, put it over here, and then again it should return back to like main screen, or it shouldn't show many things. So we'll again use this. So here's our code for game over. Then here is our code for laser. So let us check once when it starts. It has to, I have set the size so I don't need to use it, hide. And when the space key is pressed, it has to create clones of itself. Then when it starts making copies of itself, it has to move in certain direction, that is from left to right. And then it has to, obviously we need to see it on the screen. It has to repeat the procedure until it touches the edges. Then it has to move by certain steps. And then once it passes the screen, it has to delete itself. Then when we receive game over, everything has to stop. Right. Then for our rocket ship, we already checked. Let's see. Now we need to show it. When flag is clicked, show set score. Uh, then go to position, then repeat the procedure of touching rocks until some condition comes. That is, if it when we using certain keys. So when we press the up and down key, it has to change up. It has to move up by 10. When we press down key, it has to move down by 10. And then when we receive game over, again it has to stop. And then we have rocks, code for rocks. So when flag is clicked, show, repeat the procedure, create clones, hide. Then when we start as a clone, it has to go to certain position, then pick some random number, set speed, repeat the procedure until it touches the rocket ship. Change the speed, and if x position is less than minus 220, it has to again move in certain direction. Then touches laser, it has to increase our score. Here it has to increase our score. And it has to play the magic spell, and then broadcast message once if you touch the rocket. And then when I again receive game over, it has to stop. So let's save this for now. Let's see if we have any errors in it. This looks pretty plain, right? The white screen. So let's add some background to it. So what should I add? Stars. This one, and add stars. So we'll make it stop and we'll start it. You can see, right? Last execution, it had slower rocks moving, and here that's our game. I'm pretty bad at games, so don't mind me. So here's our one such game for beginners, and I hope you enjoyed it. Do you have any questions regarding like why we used a particular blocks here? You can explore. There are various such games on Scratch website, and you have these codes available, and you can explore various events, various controls, what it does, and you can make your own game as well. Any questions so far? You can ask any questions you want regarding game or regarding Scratch.
It was really very helpful. Thank you so much.
Oh, thanks. You enjoyed it. Nice.
Yes, yes.
So we have our second game as well, and you can execute it with us as well. So I'll now hand over to Raj. So he'll take your second game.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah. So first introduce me. I'm Rashinde and I'm gonna teach you one more game that is a jumping cat. Hope you enjoyed your first game. So let's show you 1 minute. Yeah. Hope my screen is visible. Hello.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Yes. So let's start. First, show me what will be our final product of our game. So have a look on this. This will be our final product, and this will be cat jumping game. When we press key, it will be jump. When we press space bar, the cat will jump, and when it touch to the obstacle, our game will be over. Yeah, this how it's working. So let's start. Let's first create our game. Yeah. So this cat will be the hero of our game, and we are playing in the character of our cat. Yeah. So now let's add some obstacle to our games. Let's resize this cat first. It's too large. Let's make this height it. Yeah, now our cats become small. So let's add first some obstacle to our games. So we are gonna choose obstacle. Let I choose first crab. Yeah, here's a crab. As the we can edit this crab using costumes. So let's first edit this crab. Yeah, let's small. Yeah. Now we are gonna add some background to our game, so we can uh, make these cats and a crab at its correct position. So let's add some backdrop. Let's I add this blue sky here. Now we can see our game got a background. So let's move on to the costumes, and now we are gonna edit this crab. Yeah, this crab size is too large. Let's make it small and give it 50. As you have seen, we have created different obstacle in our game. So we are not going to create different sprite for a different obstacle. We're gonna a costume different cost. We're gonna give different costume to the same sprite. So it will be more easy to work. And let's add more costume to this one sprite. So sprite is one character, and we are gonna add one more costumes. Like it will change its dress and come again in our game. That's a logic. So let's add more costume. I add ghost. Yeah, this is a ghost. Then again, I will be align this to ground. These are the obstacle that we are running on the ground. So make them on the ground. Next, I add parrot. Yeah. Remember one thing, our obstacle will be moving from right direction to the left. So let's make this parrot facing to the left direction. Nah, yeah. Then another one. Now let's move our cat to the ground. Yeah, now we can see our obstacle, cat, and the background of our with the code. So first, may rename this sprite as a obstacle and cat sprite as a cat. Yeah. So now let's start coding. So first we're gonna work with the cat. So let her hide obstacle. Here is a button to hide show. Then I hide obstacle. So we can focus on our cat easily. So we're gonna divide our game in a three different tasks. So first task will be when I press the space bar, our cat should jump. The second will be when the obstacle will come, it should be past the cat or the our cat should pass that obstacle. And third will be when our cat touches to the obstacle, our game will be end. So these are mainly three parts of our game. So first work on a jump of our cat. So let's as usual we are first gonna insert flag. Then our cat at the starting of the game, our cat should be at this position. So let's, I guess, yeah, first flag. Then I will use go to statement. So at the starting, our cat will be at this position. Yeah. Now our game is on, our cat is on the ground. So we have to make illusion that our cat is running. So we are not have that much freedom so that we can animate this cat. So let's make that illusion our cat is running. So how it will be, we are going to change the costume of our cat. So here is a, in a loops we have another one that next costume. Yeah, but when our game is running, so at all time we have to change the costume. So let's add one more loop here, that is a forward. So whenever our game is running, until we stop our game, our cat will change the costume. So let's see how it's working. and one more add here, that is a weight. Yeah, now we can see at the first we have only one costume to our cat. Now I add one more costume. So at in this loop we can see the cat is now changing its position. So it's creating the illusion that the cat is running. Now our next task is to, when we I'm pressing the space bar, our cat should be jump. So let's make that. First we take the events and then add one more, that is when space is pressed. Yeah. So when this press, our cat should be jump. So let's go to statement here. Yeah. And hope you know the coordinate system. So our cat when jump, we have to change our y coordinate and increase the height of our cat. So change this y coordinate and let's make it 20. Yeah, you can see how our cat is jumping. But we have to brought this cat at the ground also. So insert one more, go to statement and make our y coordinate as it is. Yeah. So now this is start working, but it will be require some time. So we gonna insert go to statement here with a time limit. So remember, when we insert a go to statement, we can't see our cat is moving. Our cat is will be directly moved at that position. So and when we use the glide statement, we can see our cat is moving. So now I inserted the glide statement, and you can see due to glide we can see our cat is moving. And if I doesn't insert it this glide, then we can't see our cat is moving. Our cat will be directly at this position. So am I gonna use the this glide position, and then I will gonna delete this another go to blocks. Yeah. Now you can see my cat is when I press jump, my cat is gonna up and down. So let's move on to the next part, and now we have to work on the obstacle of our program. So these are the obstacle. So let's first make it show as we have hide that obstacle. Now yeah. So as usual, we are use this flag. Then whenever our group is whenever our game is running, our obstacle will be moving from right position to the left position. So remember that. So now let's use our glide statement to move our obstacle from right to the left. First, make our obstacle to the right position at the starting of the game. So we're gonna use go to because we don't want to see how our obstacle are at going to the right position. We only want to see how our obstacle are going to the left position. So we're gonna use only go to here. Yeah. Am I gonna set this coordinate to 200? Yeah. Now our cat is at our obstacle is at the right direction. Let's glide this obstacle to the right position. So we are going to glide here. Yeah, now you can see how our obstacle is moving. Yeah. So when this obstacle will touch to this cat, our game will be over. Yeah. But now we have entered different four type of the costume. So we gonna insert here four costume. So let's change this costume to the random. So we are gonna use a switch statement here as a switch costume. So here I can see different costumes. So let's name this obstacle. Yeah, I gonna use your show statement and one hide here. Here there are four costumes, so we're gonna choose random one. So I will insert her random function. Yeah. So there are four. So I insert one to four. So it will choose from any costume that in one to four range. Yeah, you can see here changing parrot, then the this one ghost, yeah, then crab. Now let's move on to the next part. So our first stack is complete when we are yes. 1 minute.
Yes, guys, he'll reconnect with us in few minutes. There's a bit network issue. Yes, so like, have you checked out? You must have like checked out various games on Rocket Blaster, right? So like if when you have tried, so what kind of doubts or maybe came to you when you were developing, like when you were making games? So someone said right someone said right that he made he or she has made games on scratch. Who was that? Like is the person still in the meet? Someone did say right in the start that they have made games. Can you like share with us your games or the link we can access them? Anyone? Okay, so I guess the person is not there. That's fine. Okay, I guess that was Rishit, right? Rishit, are you there? I guess he left.
I am there. Hello.
Okay. So like you made some games, right?
Yes.
Can you share them with us, which ones you made?
Okay.
You can share the links in the chat, or if you, you can chat, right? So you can share the link. I'll like show it to all our audience.
I have sent it in the chat.
Yes, I can see that. Let me share my screen. Okay, so here is a game made by Rashid, right? Rishit, sorry. So yes, a game made by Rishit. So use WASD. Let's see the instructions. Use WASD or the arrow keys to move. You touch the black line, you have to start again. Okay. So here we will start. Oh, nice. That's nice. So like when have you made this? When you were like just few days back or
A
I
few
can
weeks back.
few weeks back.
You like love making games?
Yes, I have made 2 to 3 games. I have sent one more game in the chat. It's a broadcast usage.
Okay, let me see. Red 2 of the candles and green 2 on them. Oh wow. So like when you click on green, it lights up, and red, it blows them off, right?
Yes.
Nice.
There is one more.
Yeah, you can share. Oh, these I guess like such codes or such games are used in, you know, um logic games, wherein you have to find out various, you have to solve those logics, and if you can search on Play Store such games. I would like to show you like this. You can create games using Scratch. There is another one such website by the name Minecraft.org. Okay, just like have you heard about Minecraft?
I play that game. It's a game. I play it. It's a good
Okay,
game.
okay. So here's this website of Minecraft, that is by, I'll share the link in the chat. So basically this website, here also we have Minecraft Hour of Code tutorials. So here's a various adventures. This is a different version of Minecraft, okay, not the usual maybe which one you have played. So this basically helps you to develop your logic, okay. So you can see this a tutorial. I'll just show you once how to do that. So same in Scratch, what you did, right? You made games, okay. So but here you don't make them. There are certain predefined, pre-made games. Here you have to just use your logic to achieve whatever the goal is. Here there are instructions, okay. So here this is your goal written over here, that you need supplies for the voyage ahead. So collect a boat from the chest, and this is your main game screen. Here is your man, and here is your chest, okay. And this is where you use blocks to code them, code to achieve this particular objective. So here it says when you run you have to move forward, right? So let me see. So I just have, you can take as many as you want. So the distance between this and this is 2 blocks, right? So this person has to move 2 blocks to reach the chest. So I'll just use move forward, and just run it, and it reached. So that's its first stage, right? So it's pretty easy, and it this also shows like what code is behind the particular blocks. That is, by dragging and placing blocks in the puzzle, you have created a set of instructions in a computer language called JavaScripts. So JavaScript you will maybe learn in higher classes. So in that particular language, you write such codes. So as you move on to like when you complete first stage, you will move on to second stage, and as you move forward, the stages get pretty what you say, difficult. Okay,
Difficult.
and yeah, and here also, like, this is your workspace, so they have defined, what do we say, maximum number of blocks that you can use. Okay, so this 5 number indicates that, not maximum, minimum number. This indicates that you can write your code in 5 blocks. Okay, let me see, I'll show you 5 blocks. And here is, so it again shows you wrote 4 lines of code, so you can try this out as well. Okay, and here is aquatic, and then various such hero's journey, you can check them out as well. And if
Thank
you
you.
need help, it shows some videos as well before every start. Okay, you can check them out, and there are sounds to play, and every time it changes the screen or the game screen, so you can check it out. So I'll share the final link with you of Rocket Blaster. Let me share with everyone. Instructions. To move, here you can write your instructions to move the rocket. Press up and down keys, and to shoot the lasers, use space. And I'll copy the link, post. Okay, I guess कुछ हुआ है. I'll see. Give it a minute. Share the link. You can try making this rocket one, or you can go by your own speed as well of making various games. So this is the like basics where you start with game development. As you move on, the obviously you like complexity increases, right? So like what kind of games you play, and what kind just answer like what kind of games you play on, maybe on mobile or maybe on PC. Let me tell you of mine. Okay, so like I play 8 ball pool. So I play I play BGMI. I play 8 ball pool. Then there is this game by name energy, infinity energy, wherein you have to connect various dots. So what kind of games you play, Rishit? Or like you just make games? Okay, so I guess you people maybe are nerdy people and don't like to play games. I spend most of my time in playing. And
I'll
okay,
spend my
that
time.
what game?
I spend my time in playing also.
Okay, so you're just like me. But okay, that's fine. So like we have, I guess you're interested in playing as well and making. So there are a lot of opportunities in game development as well as you go ahead, and it's really like fun when you develop games. Okay, so you'll definitely find it interesting. So that's it for today. So we made of one game, and the another game will share the link with you, and you can try it on your making it on your own, and you can explore other websites such as Minecraft or Scratch, and if possible we will also share other many such websites with you where it can help you develop your coding skills also, in like with interest, like it will help you improve your coding skills, your logic, through games, through such animated videos. That's it for today. Thank you, everyone, and thank you, Rishit, for sharing your games with us.